Hey, Mr. Kenyon, I'm calling in.
Yes.
I'm calling in. I'm calling in regards to whatever I received from you Friday.
Huh?
Uh, so in their affidavit, in one, they're saying that they. I'm a little confused on what's going on here, man. Did you deny me my motion based upon those two medical documents that you took that had nothing to do with my reply brief? Because in my reply brief, when we came over there to talk to you, Mr. Kenyon, we came to talk to you a couple of weeks ago in regards to the names that were on the brief that I received from the defendants. And while I was there, I was trying to figure out how I'm going to be able to. I was asking how am I going to get all these documents in there, and then those two medical documents happened to come up, and you reviewed those, and you wanted to take those and take a little closer look at them, and I let you do it. But again, they weren't in They weren't in my motion that I filed on that I filed on the 27th.
Right.
Because what you did is
What I did is I took those. You gave me those documents.
you betcha you took those documents, Steve, and you looked into them, and I appreciated that. Okay, but you see where I'm at here is they weren't part of my brief. I mean, they weren't part of my motion for stay of all proceedings, because you deemed my motion based upon an email I received, entered order that the respondent's motion for stay of all proceeding is moot for the reason the appellant did not file an original plus 6 copies of the documents. Now, what it is they did reply to it, because I just got off the phone with her. They did respond to that on February the 20th in regards to that by accident. And since it was deemed moot, I decided, well, then for some reason they didn't get the copies of the originals. But figure that. So what I did is I turned around based upon your letter that I received, email, and then what I did is I turned around and I filed another one the very next day on the 27th. Now, since those were now deemed moot, is that right? I mean, I'm trying to get this straight here, and then and then what they did is they turned around, but what I'm still having a hard time, then on the 7th, she also put in a response of objection to appellant's motion for stay and affidavit in support of motion for stay of all proceedings served February the 14th and January. But you see now, why is she responding to the one on the 14th if those are deemed moot? Because there was no original copy sent for those.
I don't know. That's her.
Well, so now here we are again, here we are again, man. I'm stuck here. No, I'm really, this is confusing for me because I need to know where I stand, because I have a letter that I'm not even sure if it came from you because of the way it's worded, but it's got your name on it, because it says defendant's respondent. But now, why would that be there if this is supposed to be from you with your initial on the back of it? I'm not understanding that. It is and it's got a reference number of 13123.
So, okay,
so you see.
Okay, listen to me, okay? Let me explain what's going on here.
Please do.
Okay. They, on March 27th, that 13-123, what that document, that number means is that went to the Supreme Court, okay? The Supreme Court reviewed it.
They reviewed those two documents? Okay, so they reviewed those two medical documents that, yes. Well, what you did, Steve, is you sent those two altered documents to the Industrial Commission, to the same people that I'm appealing about the alterness of their documents, and then they send a respond back to you saying, oh, no, they're not altered. Oh, no, we called this person up. Well, I won't accept that, Steve, because in the first place, they weren't even in regards to any of the documents that I have in my motion for stay of all proceedings, which also has a document, because they did respond to it by accident in regards to, well, it was done after August 1st. Well, then I'll send you all ones that was done prior to August 1st, which is what I did. I sent you ones that said that said June in regards to Lynn Luker's case, because he is part of the Supreme Court. So, and that document is also altered in the same manner. Plus, I sent 2 different kind of documents, which has Miss Sandy Basket and Mr. Holloway name on a same date of document with the same dates as they had said it themselves to show the alterness, again, of documents, but this one here was clearly visible. I mean, there was no whiteout anywhere, and you know, you had to see it in the light or in the window. These were actually visualized documents that clearly show the alterness of documents that is being done against me. Now, I don't understand how the Supreme Court can't see that. Well, I'll tell you why. Because you sent those documents to the same people that I'm appealing, and that's why I believe that I don't think I have until the 5th or whatever these documents are trying to say. That again, I don't believe that you're the one that wrote them because of the way that they start out, defendant, respondent, to me, and they say that on both of these documents that I received in the mail Friday. And one of them says from 14 days of the date of this order, and the other one says it's due on the 5th. Now, I don't know why one would say it one way and one would say it another way, or you would say it one way and you would say it another way. And again, if I can't file nothing before the Supreme Court by email, then by God, where's my letter at in the mail? Because these documents to me are worthless. And another thing, Steve, what you put in here, or if you put it in here, and if you didn't, well, you're going to get it right here. We received from the appellant, James W. Clark. However, appellant James W. Clark was not given permission to email any documents to this court for filing. Now, I don't know why that statement would be set in there like that, but I'm going to tell you what. And as I have reviewed the appellant rules, and I think I brought this up before, is that, you know, I think I was supposed to be able to file this electronically.
Okay. There is no provision for electronic filing.
Okay, then how do the defendants file all their documents?
They brought them over and dropped them off.
Huh, okay.
They serve you electronically, but the document that's filed here is brought over and dropped off here.
They're served to me electronically? Well, no, because they're supposed to be, you know, if I can't do nothing electronically, why is everybody being able to do that?
We're not filing it here electronically, okay? We're not printing it off for them. We do not have electronic filing here, okay?
Okay, then why does it say that in the appellate rule?
Tells us a document, we have to print it off to file it. We don't do that.
Okay, and then this document that I have in my hand, you did this then. And the document that I have in this hand, you also
I can't see what you're looking at.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
They're right here in I'm looking at them right here in my hand. It's got your name on it, Steve.
Okay, March 22nd. I'm looking at a document, an order dated March 22nd. Okay.
March 22nd?
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what I don't have is one that says March 22nd. I have one that says, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, it says dated this 25th day of February of 2013. But and then the other one says
on Friday,
20,
which was March 22nd. On Friday, we sent an order out that your motion for stay of all proceedings was denied by the court. Okay.
Based upon those 2 medical documents, correct?
No, it had nothing to do with those medical documents.
Well, that's not how it's worded here.
Okay. Anyway.
Well, no, not anyway, Steve.
Mr. Clark.
I'm not arguing, Steve. I'm trying to figure out why these documents are like they are, and if they filed on those ones on the 20th, then why are they responding to them again on the March 7th one?
Okay. All I'm going to tell you is where we're at right now, okay? Where we're at right now is that on March 22nd, which was Friday, the court denied your motion to stay the proceedings. So
okay, can you please send me a reason why, and not just something saying what it's saying from, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, hey, I know. I have a right to this.
Number up there, 13-123. I can send you the votes, okay? The vote of the court on this matter. So I can send you the reason why. It'll just say deny motion. That's all it says. It's from the court. It's signed by the court. It says deny motion. And so I can send that to you. That'd be fine.
Okay, and then the document that I received also stating that how you had sent that letter over to the commission, those 2 documents to the commission for review just recently, and then it was sent back to you, stating that they were fine, because I got that document. If they're coming from you, I don't know where they're coming, you know, or the state insurance funds, the attorneys, one of the two of you. So, you know,
What happened is I called up the state insurance fund and I said, look, I'm looking at these documents that were filed that Mr. Cole.
Well, come on, man. I mean, yeah, they're gonna. Yeah.
There's a different signature.
Well, yeah, of course. Who are you going to believe? You're going to believe me? That's way over here. Or are you going to believe them? Obviously, you guys are going to believe them. But by me looking at him, well, I'm going to have to.
What I told him, I said, it looks to me like there's a different signature, and there's a problem with this because there are two different addresses on the same day. Somebody notarized a document with two different addresses on the same day.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you see, and then they were also, if you looked up at where it was faxed, they were faxed the next day. Now, why would I waste my time to have them signed on that day, and then flip around and go back and have them and fax? It's not making sense. And those documents are clearly not, you know, it may be my signature, but the dates and everything else is altered. Okay.
This is what you'll have your chance for oral argument before the Supreme
Court. Well, I'm kind of scared about that because I'm not sure what's getting before the Supreme Court because of what I'm receiving by email in regards to anything. So my due date is when?
April 5th.
Wow, man.
Your due date for your filing your brief, your reply brief, is going to be on April 5th.
Well, I think my filing is going to be like in the next couple of days because I'm going to bring these to y'all, and I want questions in person. And I've already been threatened again that I'm going to be arrested for trying to be heard about these documents that aren't making sense. And what I'm going to do also is I have called up a couple of attorneys to talk to because of the amount of money that is before the Supreme Court. I am offering 5% of what is before the Supreme Court, and 35% of anything that they can get beyond that for the fraud, malice, and the slander that I am being done by all parties in Idaho in regards to my claim. And I have documents to back up each and everything I've said. I don't know why the state insurance fund won't step forward and just do the right thing. Because hey, go on Facebook, go under corruption, and you will see all of my films, that shows these documents. They've got a little saying behind them because I'm on YouTube. I mean, everything I do is being, I've had it, man. Yeah. My life is about over because something's not right being done because Lynn Luker, a legislator, who sits up there, knows the judicial rules and the laws, and then to allow the state insurance fund and the commission to do what they did, and then for him to pull his stunt, and I still don't have anything from him. So okay, well.
So I just want to make sure April 5th is the due date of.
I guess. I really don't know because of the way that these documents that I have in front of me are sent to me because they're not written in the manner that I'm going to go. I've already called a couple of attorneys. I'm going to go and talk to them because I got to have somebody at least file it on my behalf.
We've probably got, just to give you an idea of what happens next. Okay, after you.
Well, I can't.
I'm going to give you a kind of a timeline here.
Okay.
We're set. The oral argument dates were set already for April, May, and June. Already set those dates. So the next oral argument date will be the end of August, and then we'll have 15 cases then. So it could be either the end of August or the end of September. It will probably be the next term of the Supreme Court where they have oral arguments. So that's kind of just a timeline where you're looking at,
Okay. Well, let me write that down. Yeah, I'll get a piece of paper, sweetheart.
Let me write it down.
Okay.
Okay.
So the
end of August, the last.
Okay, hold on.
I got it.
We weren't quite prepared for this part.
Okay, the end of August.
Whoops, be careful, sweetheart. Be careful.
Okay.
Okay, the end of August. Okay, August.
Say the end of August or the end of September. It'll be probably one of those two dates.
Okay, at the end of August.
Or September.
Okay.
Last 2 weeks in August or last 2 weeks in September.
So you were saying that there's already been dates. Do you have a date for one of them?
No, we don't have the date yet.
Okay.
You won't know the date until 3 months before.
Okay. Okay. So basically, what I do is I bring in these documents and get them filed, and
your reply brief. your reply brief is your response to their brief, okay?
It's coming.
Okay.
It's coming. And along with the documents, which, okay, and the 50 pages, I noticed that you said front and back. Now, does that mean, since it'd be front and back, that's only 25 pieces of papers, or I get the 50 pages, 60 pages, using both sides?
Printing on both sides, then you only get 25. If there's printing on one side, you get 50. Okay? And it counts the covers, so it's everything in between. So you count the covers, the front and the back cover, and everything in between.
And but that
pages.
Okay, and that is 60 pages, since that's what I was granted, correct? Yeah, I was. Well, in one of these, it says I was granted the 60 pages
for that particular brief. If you have
right for this respond brief.
Okay.
And that won't include my exhibits.
That does not include the exhibits.
Okay. So that means I can have 40 or 50 exhibits
of argument. Okay. Your first brief was no more than 60 pages. That was only the first brief. That does not cover the rest of the case. So this brief, if you're over 50 pages with this brief in your argument section, then you have to file a motion for overlength brief.
I already did that.
Yeah, you did that on February 11th.
Yeah.
It was granted.
Right.
On February 11th. That was for your first brief. Okay.
I haven't filed another brief yet. I had a brief already.
You're right. I'm just misreading this. Okay, it's your reply brief, so you have up to 60 pages.
All right.
Okay.
And then and it's not count. And the
what?
Oral argument. They have been set.
Yeah. Okay. This is the oral argument.
All right, we got that.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, I get this in. It'll be like 3 months down the road.
It will be at least. It's just once it's done, once the last brief is filed, then it goes in line. Basically, okay, it says, okay, this case is ready for oral argument. What's the next case in line? And then we have generally about 50 to 60 cases lined up.
Okay.
For oral argument. So we have to take the first 15, then the next 15, then the next 15, the next 15. Just like that. We have 15 cases a month.
Okay, but during this time, can the parties still can they still come and try to bring this to an end?
Sure, if you file a motion to dismiss the appeal.
Oh no. Oh, so as long as it's in the appeal, nothing can be done. I mean, they can't come to me and say, okay, well, you know what, we were wrong. Why don't we? You want to just go ahead?
Can do that.
Yeah, they can do that.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to do, Steve. Come on, man. That's what I'm fucking trying to do. Look at my YouTube.
I know.
Okay.
It's okay.
Thank you, Steve, and
okay.
You'll be seeing me probably real soon. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah. See. You see, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. That is how I am being treated. So, here I have until the 5th to file my brief of their corruption. But like I said, man, I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I know that I'm going to be heard. Watch. Guaranteed.